So, I'm back. Let's go in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Really cool chill music. Yeah, I agree. So we slept, which is good. Valerie is lightly encumbered.
As it should be.
Noriel, 8 eyes? Who are you? The elf looks straight at you through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the Stolen Lands? You're the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the one who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. You. The elf grunts. Noriel, 8 eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. The hell is Absalom? For more than 4,000 years, Absalom has been the city at the center of the world, a metropolis-sized showcase of the greatest treasures in all Golarion. The city not only holds a key strategic position for both commercial and military endeavors in the region, but encompasses the site of the ascension of 4 deities and claims to have been founded by none other than the last Aslanti, the god Arodin. Secret of the truth, there's no wine. There's no wine. There is no wine. Noriel, 8 eyes of the Reckless 6. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, and no one recognizes you on the streets anymore. What a shame. Why do you call 8 eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once. Though, it seems I've outlived my nickname. Noriel stretches her arm forward, her palm trembles noticeably. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I don't test my skills too often. At least he or she is aware that they're drinking a lot. She, her arm. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting. Got a little lost in the mists, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess I should go easier on the drink, but don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight. If only I'd known him while I've known I was missing all the action, but I see you've got everything under control. What are you doing here? No, you know what? A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere? Why? You want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for the sorry drunken rathole? The light in Noriel's eyes goes out as if someone had blown out a candle. You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless 6, and whatever is left of me can't be called a seeker anymore. Noriel remains silent for a long time, as if wondering if she wishes to poke the old wound. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermelt, was the best of us. Wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, advisor Adrissant, sent him a disturbing letter. He'd stumbled upon mention of some ancient books on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what a kind of magic can do. The elf bites her lip. Hey, Alpha, what's up? How you doing? To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Gallowspire. We decided that the books should be retrieved and kept safe by the Society. The Pathfinder Society is a globe-spanning organization based out of Absalom. The memberships consist primarily of Pathfinders, adventurers who travel throughout Golarion, usually inconspicuously, and explore delves and otherwise experience the lesser-seen part of the world. They send journal documenting their travels back to their venture captains, who also assign them new missions and suggest new places to explore. The most exciting and illuminating of these journals are compiled in the Pathfinder Chronicles, an ongoing series of books that collect the history and mystery of Golarion for its memberships and general public. Cats are doing great. They're doing fantastic. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition, and proceeded to Ostalav. The immortal principality of Ustalav is a fog-shrouded nation of countless horrors, in a once proud realm that suffered under the clawed hands of the Whispering Tyrant for centuries. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery. Aroniel smiles bitterly, but everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest, all those terrible living trees, undead druids, and their arches of bones. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We'd chosen Wrenched Church to stop at. It was marked on Vermel's map as a safe enough haven to hole up and lick our wounds. Oh, I wish that had been true. Vermelt was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shout echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear the sound of him lending. And then, Anoriel pauses and turns away, hiding her eyes. Enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings with all my chatter? We'd better forget about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, but not today. I want to know more about the Pathfinder Society. What exactly are you interested in? What is the purpose of the society? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Golarion they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We're a sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records, in case it proves us useful to future expeditions. And also, we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. That's awesome! Yeah, it seems that way, Nicholas. I agree. Okay, Darth. See you later, man. What kind of member does the society have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodges is in Absalom, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Golarion. Have I read what Golarion is? No, I haven't. The planet Golarion orbits a yellow sun in the far reaches of the material plane, third of 11 in orbit. This blue planet contains vast ocean and lush green lands, and is the perfect environment for countless cultures. Indeed, Golarion is the most populous planet in its solar system. Its innately hospitable and life-sustaining environment is presumably the work of the gods, so astronomers sometimes refer to Golarion as a child. Astronomers of other planets, however, often refer to Golarion as the Cage, in reference to its cosmic role as a prison of the mad god Rovagog, who lies bound at the world's core. Wait! There's like space? Like adventuring and shit? Damn you, NASA! Yeah. And the adventure captains direct pathfinders to their goal from across all the corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose service to the society has brought them fame. What does the society support? You mean, who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrel of others. They serve only the spirits of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean that there are no black sheep amongst the Seekers. Okay. Hold on, guys. We'll talk about this later. Thank you. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwood taverns, but in Absalom, I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. A little gold would be welcome change for them. I can send them a message, and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign, and we'll arrange everything right away. Oh, so I can recruit adventurers. Ooh. Would you like to join me? No. I've got enough things to do already. You'd better manage on your own. Okay, let's just try this. I need loyal and experienced fighters. I have friends like that. Just decide who exactly you need, and they will come on my signal. This will cost you 2,000 gold piece? Yeah, no. Aneo looks at you silently. Remind me of the last campaign of the Reckless is being. No, what happened in Renchurch? I've no wish to fill your sleep with nightmares. When you prove that you can stand firm in battle and you can achieve victory without losing yourself along the way, then I will tell you of the horror that awaits us in Renchurch. That waited us. Okay. Yeah, let's go. That is super interesting. Okay, Linzi. Hey, Tommy, what's up, dude? I don't even have 2,000 money. Yeah. A halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit, sits chewing the tip of her quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbled something quickly in a notebook, scrawled with verse, raises her eyes, and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Where are you from? Wow, Toby. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm from all over. I was actually born in Galt, which is a nation of freethinkers and radicals renowned for brilliant poets, artists, and philosophers whose ideas shaped the politics of the whole of Avistan. Galt was once a vassal nation of Chiliacs. After the death of Arodin and the rise of House Thrune in Chiliacs, the people of Galt decided to throw off their foreign rulers, along with their own noble who had colluded with them. The executions did not end the bloodshed, and within 5 years, the severed heads of the ministers of the first government rolled down the steps of the guillotine. In the 40 years since, over a dozen governments have ruled Galt, rising and falling like the waves of a stormy sea. It sounds like France. In such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teachers, I'd still be living there, milking goats, weeding turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Who is your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital of the Church of Shalene. Oh yeah, we read that. Yep. I did need a lolly. Yep. Okay, Milo. Enjoy your food. But he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most God's forsaken, priestless village he could find, the one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting ideas into our children's head. It'll only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who taught me about the Archknight of Avistan. And when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave a magic ring so that Shalene would protect me from harm. He's a continent on the world of Golarion, one of the most heavily settled areas on the planet. Avistan possesses as many varied cultures and environments as any other continent in the world, and an ancient history stretching back tens of thousands of years. Brevoor, the River Kingdom, Numeria, and the Stolen Lands are all situated on Avistan. Won't be long, guys. It's just something fierce for some reason. Okay, I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's alright. I ask Shalene every day to grant him a long life and new students. Archknights of Avistan, where are they? Oh, you haven't heard of them? How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the histories of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on an heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now, look at me. Here I am, on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tessie the Quill, happened across our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy and Talder, which is Knights, Fair Maiden, Heroic Adventures, and Righteous Quests. These are the legends of old Talder, but the once powerful empire has fallen from its former glory. Now rival nobles battle each other with bitter knights and proxy armies for personal power rather than honor. And even Ustalav, which we read before. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Pitax. While not as popular as some of the great bardic schools of the Inner Sea, Pitax's Academy of Grand Arts still manages to attract some students seeking greater specialization. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me. But that's okay, they'd already taught me all the important stuff. And now, with Shaline's help, I can manage on my own. Do you worship Shaline? Yes, but not too often the other gods, but she's the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Linzi waves her hands carelessly. Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. Well, that's a good point. You come from Pitax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Pitax, even though they kicked me out. A joyful place. What is life in Pitax like? Actually, Pitax has always been one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home for the likes of them. But that was before Iravetti became king. With him, a whole different life began there. Iravetti always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown, though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts, so he built the Academy of Grand Arts and spent a lot of gold to assemble the best artists, poets, and musicians. Of course, the very best one refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitax was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. Okay. What do you know of King Iravetti? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's friendly-ish, fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started to pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitax. And also, he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Getting drunk with whores at a pub, that's not Lord Iravetti's style. Oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Calistria with a golden codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy. Oh yeah. With dancing on the rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. Calistria, what is this? Calistria, also known as the savored sting and the unquenchable fire, is the goddess of love. Oh yeah, we've read that before. She's a goddess, yeah. He also likes singing, and he orders his guard to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Shaline have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the academy you studied at. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to Iravetti for building it, but he has no taste. At all. Whatsoever. He likes his heart loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his Royal Highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on grey scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia. Roger sings! Thank you so much for that sub. Do appreciate it, man. Welcome to the sub club with a tier 2 sub. Holy shit, gotta get some love in chat for Project 6. Oh my god. Surprise. Well, it is indeed a surprise. Thank you very much for that. That is awesome. Oh my god. Dude, thank you so much. That's amazing. It's freaking amazing. Holy shit, man, you're making my week right now. Thank you so much, dude. You are the best. So he sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me, and for what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now and return all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Iravetti's liking, then I would have a reason to be ashamed. As long as mediocre's lick spittles sit at the academy and those with real talent beg on the streets of Pitax, I will not cross the threshold of that place. Okay. Sounds good. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Really, really kind. You're awesome. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was at the academy, Eobald the Insightful began his literature courses with the question, what is a person? And he answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Our world does not consist of things. All these woods, seas, and cities, it consists of stories about those things. The stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass and there will be no me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone. But you and I will live on in people's memory and influence their deeds. Thanks to this very book. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. Well, maybe I shouldn't answer that. So what kind of character am I? Truth be told, I was a little afraid of meeting a real hero. In books, they're all protectors of the weak and poor, but what about in real life? But you ease all my fear with 2 shakes of a tail. You're a true hero, just like in the legends. My new fear is that in 100 years, my readers will say that people like you never existed. But I'm writing the truth. You are like a force of nature, wild and unpredictable. You're full of surprises. I thought I could make up a protagonist like you, even if I tried very hard. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course it's a book about you, but it's my book, understood? The smaller writer's eyes glow rebelliously. No, I'm not going to answer that. As long as you write the truth, I have no objections. I swear, Linzi puts her little hand over her heart. Truth, only truth, and just a teensy bit of imaginative exaggeration. Nah, that's fine. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The book woke my urge to travel. But it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later when I told her I was staying in Pitax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? This. Linzi holds her arms for you to get a clear view of the ring. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the power of Shalin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So, please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here. Promise. Okay. That's like super useful of a ring to have. Whoa! Leaving, I don't want to ever see you again. Jesus Christ. Okay, I have to go. Just don't leave without me. Of course, I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I wanted to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through lectures at the academy. Yeah, no, I'm not about to leave you here. Good lord, you can be super rude to people. But like, really rude. Good day. I hope you're feeling alright after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What do you want to ask me? Svetlana lowers her head. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I'll completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it means so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something. Or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. Svetlana interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring amongst the bandits' possession, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Svetlana drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I can't promise anything, but if I come across your ring, I'll return it to you. I understand. I appreciate any effort you put into it. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea, though